Yo, what is up, guys? Mike Thomas, aka the Young Trishula here. We are back again with Chad. They are over there. And today we got something quite special for you. We have some replays from the DC Cup that I saved, and by some I mean we have two. But they're both kind of in the same vein. Twitch chat wanted me to save these and show these to you guys because they're kind of cool OTKs. We posted a video not too long ago where you guys see me OTKing through a very strong Dragon Link board. Well, we also kind of did it through some other kind of strong end boards that Twitch wanted me to show you guys. So I saved some replays for you guys to watch because you guys get a lot of replays where it's like, I'm going first and this is my combo. And you don't always get like, I'm going second and this is how I won, which I think is like content people need. So we got a couple of those for you guys. But remember to like, comment, subscribe if you do enjoy this type of content. We're taking Dragon Link to the moon so that Dragon Link can be recognized for the best deck of all time, which it is. And yeah, more Dragon Link content. Just keep subscribing for it. So we're going to hop over to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and look at these replays because I think they were pretty fun. We got two of them back to back. Both from the DC Cup where we did finish in the top 100, and also shout outs to Ryan Yu for winning the DC Cup playing mostly Dragon Link. So Dragon Link best deck, objectively best deck. So let's hop into these first replay here. Also, while this is loading up, remember to download the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel deck tracker by untap.gg in the description. You can get the linky in the description down below. It really does help us out a lot, and it is completely free to do. But our opponent is going to start things off by going Activate Foolish, dump Trivi Karma. And they're going to search the Manadium field spell and summon Riem Heart. So if you guys are unaware, Manadium was just recently added to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and this deck is kind of strong. You know, it doesn't see too much play, but it is very much a powerful deck where if it pops off, they kind of just win. So he's going to go Absession and target the Torrid. I'm just going to Ash this. Normally I would have probably Ashed the Riem Heart, but he had already shown me extenders before that. So didn't really feel like it was worth adding or ashing still. So I just hit Absession, forced him to use out the Visa Starfrost. It doesn't really do much of anything. To be honest, I don't even know if that's where I'm supposed to interact with them. I was told by Quantal later that it was probably correct to hit the Reich Phobia. Like ashing here would have probably been better, but I think they could have just made a synchro if I didn't hit the Absession. So I think it was still like kind of right. Like I think he could have gone for early Barone. So I just didn't want my Ash to be totally wasted, so I used it there. So they're just gonna combo. And, you know, we could just fast forward through this, to be perfectly honest, because nobody's here to watch Manadium combos, right? We want to see the dragons. Where are the dragons at? So he's just going to go Baron, pop some stuff. Make the Excel start a synchro off. He gets Dispatter. Another deck abusing this really powerful card, just like us. They are going to go for the Cross Sheep, and they are going to remember to boost their attack points, which not all Manadium players remember to do. He's going to summon out the Visa Starfrost, get a Havness, and pass. So this Visa Starfrost, maybe if he had an extender, could have made an IP. So our Ash Blossom probably helped us out there because this was their extender. So pretty scary board, right? You know, like 3 Apo negates, a Baron, a Dispatter, Havness, and hands. Kind of annoying. But thankfully we play the Adventure build, so we're going to start off with our Rite of Armiser, get ourselves our token, normal Tracer, and then special Abzerrouter from our hand. This Abzerrouter is actually very helpful for us in dealing with Apollo, because a lot of people look at Apollo and they're like, oh man, you know, 3 negates is a lot, like it's so hard to play through. Well, thankfully Dragon Link doesn't always have that problem, because Apo is just a card that you can chain block around. It's very easy. And also, you're going to see that we managed to just play through all this anyway. So Striker is going to activate its effect, being chain blocked. They're not going to negate Fateful to grab the Draco back, which actually I think it might be a misplay on their part. I probably would have Baron negated that personally, because obviously the Draco back is just going to trade. They also don't stop me from searching the Griffin Rider, so okay. But honestly, I don't think those ended up mattering for this replay. So we go for the Draco back. We use Draco back to target the Baron, and that is going to bait out the Baron. So Baron's now dealt with. I think Fateful did that anyway. So it's done its job. And now we're going to link off into our Romulus. We're going to go Chainlink 1 Romulus, Chainlink 2 Absolrator, respecting this Apollo, because he's going to now eat one of those negates. And then we're going to chain our Griffin Rider. Okay, I lied. Griffin Rider kind of mattered because it baited out the Dispatter. Because as you might know, Apollo is only once per chain. So we are able to force this out by giving him something to negate. We say, hey, look, you have something to negate. He says, oh, well, I'll negate that. It's like, oh, you can't negate this now. So now our Griffin Rider gets to go through. Unless he uses the Dispatter to destroy it. So now we've technically already broken the whole board because the Rite of Arm Easter token can just beat over this Apollo and he has no more interactions. We could combo in main phase 2 safely. But that's not what we're going to do here because I say, you know what? I think we can just win. So I go Dragon Ravine effect, send our Tracer to the grave, dump Recharger, because why do we need the cards in hand if we can just put them in the graveyard? You might be wondering, why didn't I pitch the Rite of Arm Easter? Well, I know that Vanadium can play Bestials in their deck. So because I know that they can play Bestials, I wanted to throw the Tracer into the grave just so that when we go effective Boot Sector to special summon back monsters, they wouldn't be able to stop our Tracer from touching board. They would have to get rid of the Recharger, and we would still get our Tracer no matter what. So we're going to go Boot Sector, summon back the Tracer and the Recharger, which we sent off of the Dragon Ravine. This is kind of a cool play that you can do when you go second sometimes, is rather than like sending Absolrator to just search the monster you want to your hand, you can just put it in graveyard if your opponent has cards on the field, because then you're not punished by a late Ash Blossom, which is kind of cool. It also lets you play through stuff like Apollo, like we did. So I'm going to use the Tracer to target the Boot Sector. He's going to go ahead and negate that, which was kind of the game plan here. I kind of figured he wouldn't want me to get an extra body for free. So we're then going to make Pisty, and we're going to take advantage of the fact that he's using a zone. This is something that a lot of Dragon Link players seem to overlook. Because if you're not looking for it, you might not think about it. You might get used to like you're going first lines. But whenever your opponent gives you a zone, you can always go for Pisty using just your Link 2. So the free zone is actually an extender for you in Dragons, because normally we'd need to go up into Triple Burst, right? Here we don't have to. So just 3 dragons resolves Pisty, whereas 4 dragons are normally required to resolve Pisty. So pretty solid. So we're going to go Pisty, we're going to target the Striker, because I don't really care about this. This could have been maybe a tell to the opponent that I wasn't actually serious about resolving this Pisty, because I already have a level 4 on field. So I'm going to just go into Chaos Ruler now, seeing as the Apollo has already used all 3 of its negates. And now he's going to finally throw out the Havness. So this is the last interaction we know about. And we're going to mill 5 cards. But he does hit an interaction here, classic tier moment. They hit the Fairy Tale Snow, which could actually be a huge problem for us. So he's going to trigger Sulik, grab his tier cash, which is kind of scary. And thankfully, I did hit my Bestial Rebellion, so I do have a way into a Bestial to try and combat this Fairy Tale Snow. Because even though his field is full, this Fairy Tale Snow is live because he can banish cards from the field in order to summon it. So I'm going to try and deal with that as best as I can by first searching the Magma to make sure that he has to activate it twice. But also giving him a good target in my Bestial Rebellion. He doesn't go for it though. So I'm going to get my Regained out, and then I'm going to use the Chaos Ruler. I don't actually remember if he uses the Fairy Tale Snow at all. He might have held off on it a little bit too long. Because personally, I probably would have used it to book the Rebellion, because now I'm just going to go into Borland. Maybe he was trying to wait until battle phase or something. Was a little bit afraid of, just losing. So I put the Borland on the field, and now, we just Bestial the Fairy Tale Snow, because there's no point in summoning it now. It's not like it's going to really negate, it's not going to book anything. I think I put the Collapse on the field to try and, get him to banish his graveyard, just get him off some resources, because obviously the Borland can come out and then negate something. So I wanted to try and get that interaction for free and just get it on board, but he didn't fall for it, so I just say, okay, whatever, I guess I'll negate your Dispatter now. And I'm going to make my own Dispatter, Just kind of rub it in his face. And we are going to use the Apple Dragon here, which is one of the tech cards that we were playing in this list. If you haven't seen that list, I've posted it a couple times, so you can go check our previous videos. This list did very, very well for me in both the MCS and the first day of the DC Cup, so very cool deck list if you want to try it. But we're going to summon out our free token because we have Synchro summons, and then we are just going to get our Apple back. And we are going to synchro or link off with the Dark Charmer, just using the token, just as free material. You don't have to use it as synchro material, so you can do whatever you want with it. I'm gonna summon back his little Scareclaw guy, and we're gonna make Unicorn. It's co-linked, so we can just go ahead and spin and draw. And I think the reason I do this, I use the spin, not because Baron has a destruction protection effect, but I think we only have 2 attributes engraved. Yeah, we have the wind and the dark. So we just need 1 extra piece of removal just to clean up all the monsters that are bigger than Borderlands because they have over 3,500 attack. So we can't beat stick through them as much as I'd want to, but we can still remove them with access code. And because we do have some extra little bodies, he's not lighting up anymore. We are just going to go for the Savage, and he has Banish cards, so we know it's safe from Nib. So we're just going to set up 1 extra negate so that just in case he's holding on to double Bestial or something, maybe with a toggle, we have 2 negates up to make sure that we push through all the damage, which is something that I like to do a lot. That's a lot of the times you'll see me do this. I think I did this in the previous replay too, is I like to set up double negate if I can before going for lethal, because that's really one of the only ways that you ever lose is just to Bestials in the battle phase. So I like to have 1 for Nibiru to check before battle phase and 1 for Bestials in the battle phase. And then if they both make it to battle phase, then it's 2 for Bestials in the battle phase. So just something you can think about when going for lethal is just play to the cards that beat you, and those are typically Bestials that would give them another turn. So I don't want to lose to that. So we don't. So we OTK. We do have another replay. So that was the first replay. We do have another one here where I do believe I once again OTK through a board. Yep, and we have loaded into the game. And once again, you can see this is on the Adventure Dragon Link list. This list was very, very, very crazy. And here you can see my opponent special summons Unicorn. And this was actually kind of an interesting deck. I think we partially saved this because this was also a really cool deck. So they were playing Vanquish Soul Cash Tira, which if you've played a lot of Dragon Link, you would know that both of those decks individually are bad matchups for Dragon Link. So we're not only able to beat 1 bad matchup here, but 2. We managed to play through 2 bad matchups at the same time, and I think that that's worth showing off. So he's gonna go, you know, they're doing standard Vanquish Soul stuff. He's setting up the Snow Devil, which is very annoying, but then this is where he starts throwing us for a loop. He goes Theosis, target the Unicorn, search Rise Heart with Fenrir, summon the Fenrir out, or summon the Rise Heart, excuse me, banish 3, and overlay into Cash Tira or Rise Heart. So we have to play against a Vanquish Soul end board that is also ending on an Arise Heart. And I think he actually ended on both, because he just searched Snow and he said, yeah, so he has the Snow Devil and the Dust Devil, both of which are very, very annoying to deal with Dragon Link. I mean, just the 2 back row alone should be good enough for him to win, right? But thankfully we can play through that, because we're playing Dragon Link, and we're just the greatest Dragon Link players of all time, right? And even with this beast in hand, we don't really care, right? He's gonna draw cards. We don't care. We're going to go Imperm. We're going to hit that Arise Heart. And we're going to go for the effect of Lubo. We're going to go Juris. We're going to summon Apple Dragon. We're going to link off into our Striker. We're going to go Striker effect. Doesn't negate it. And he also didn't Snow Devil the normal summon, which I think maybe a misplay on his part. But something I noticed is that during DC Cup, a lot of Vanquish Soul players didn't Snow Devil the normal summon in Dragon Link. So I don't know if that was an experience thing or not, but I don't know. Personally, if that was me, I would just hit the normal summon, but that was pretty common. So we made the Dark Charmer here by using the Druids to send the Arise Heart, and then we targeted the Arise Heart. Now, he doesn't want this to happen because the Arise Heart's pretty good here. But he also doesn't know if we play Zeus or not. So he's just going to go and Raisin, get rid of the Dark Charmer. But little did he know that's exactly what I wanted him to do, because now we searched our Levianeer. And now we banish 3 lights and darks, and he is forced to use all of his interactions immediately. So this Arise Heart actually kind of not working out for him, because it gave me something to... It gave me a threatening monster to summon back to my board. So we were able to destroy his back row. I just clicked Mad Love for the BM. And you might think that we're off to the races now, but we actually aren't. Mad Love can actually be kind of hard for dragons to deal with sometimes, because Tracer does have lower defense than everything on his board, as does this Black Metal. And we still have the threat of the Caesar Valius in his hand as well that we know that he searched. So we're going to start climbing up with our Wyvern Burster and our Collapse Serpent. And we're going to go up into Romulus, chain our Collapse Serpent so that we can search. And so far no interactions. You know, kind of safe. We're going to go for Dragon Ravine. And thankfully, this Dragon Ravine is going to bait out the Caesar Valius. And this is what we were hoping on, because Caesar Valius getting rid of the Dragon Ravine, kind of annoying for us. We're going to go Dragon Ravine, get rid of the Black Metal. And normally, this is where things would end, right? Because what good are these cards going to... You know, like, we're going neg 2 here. We're spending 2 cards to just get popped. And, you know... That's not very good. But thankfully, we're just better, and we have the quick launch. So we're going to summon out the Tracer, and I'm going to just Tracer pop myself, and I'm going to then summon the Recharger and Link off. Now, this, again, might be a play that you might not have foreseen, because, like, Trish, why would you just summon Tracer and pop yourself, and then go into a Pisty? Why wouldn't you just use Tracer to make the Pisty? Well, he controls 4 monsters, so we are going to use Boot Sector and summon back both of them immediately, so we were actually able to cheat out 3 monsters with 1 quick launch rather than just 1 that turned into 2. It was 1 that turned into 1 that turned into 3, which is very, very, very strong. So something that you can always be looking for when going second is trying to take advantage of the Soul Charge effect of Boot Sector launch, and just punish your opponent for making a very strong board against you. That's something Dragons is very good at, especially when you think about stuff like Borderland Dragon, with its ability to attack all monsters on the field. Dragons is just super, super good at punishing big boards. So here that Mad Love is going to activate its effect like we mentioned before, and it's going to put our Tracer back in our hand, which we're kind of upset about. But thankfully, we have a way around this. I'm going to make Striker Dragon here. And normally you don't see me pyramid up like this. Normally we go into Triple Burst, but we're going to take advantage of Romulus's secret effect, and we're just going to get that Tracer right back onto the board. I'm going to then summon back the Druid Worm, get the Dispatter, and now we are just kind of off to the races. I'm going to go Striker, pop itself, target the Recharger. Recharger is going to trigger, and it's going to target the Pisty, get back the Dark Charmer. We're going to go for the Dispatter, summon back Levy because it's just a big body, and summon our Borland. We're going to go into battle phase, and now that I know I'm clear of Nibiru, I'm going to just activate his effect, get out the Tracer, just 1 extra body into the play, and we're just going to swing through everything. And the opponent's going to scoop it up. So, as you can see, Dragon Link, very capable of going second, very well-rounded deck, and even into your bad matchups, you can still just clean through the boards. And I just wanted to show these off because sometimes people say to me like, "Oh, Dragons is just a combo deck. It just makes a big board, and it's not good at going second." But actually, Dragons is very, very, very good at going second. It's potentially better at going second than it is at going first sometimes. It's very strong, and I did want to just show these off just to show you that this deck can kind of play through anything if given the chance. So hopefully this helps you in some of your OTK pursuits. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Remember to download the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel deck tracker using our link. It does help us out a lot, and it is completely free. And it adds a very, very needed feature to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which is the ability to share decks and import them directly into your game. So if you do check out the Discord, and you do have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck tracker installed using our link, you can actually import some of my deck lists, including the ones that I used in this video, by finding the import code in our Discord. So definitely check that out. I don't know why you're still here. Go do something else. Goodbye.